If the proposed bill were to pass, fraternities would have a lot more to worry about than suspensions. The mission of the Bethany Project is to minister to women in the sex industry here in Athens. Libraries across the nation are banning the book, including states like Wisconsin, Florida, and Georgia because of its controversial subject matter. I'm David Youmans with your afternoon webcast. A public candlelight vigil will be held this Thursday in honor of senior police officer Buddy Christian. 2 years ago, there was less than a 1% increase in dogs coming through the shelter. This year, that number jumped to 17%. According to one report, there has been at least one hazing-related death on a college campus each year since 1970. House Bill 659 is looking to stop that. The bill proposes that any student ever convicted of hazing would be banned from attending any school, college, or university in Georgia. Daniel Zagoria, a UGA fraternity member, feels the new law seems too strict.
Within the fraternities, there's really nothing that says that you have to do this. And in a lot of them, they're really not so uptight that if you don't want to do like one certain thing, then they're gonna say, all right, you gotta get out of here.
The director of Greek Life, Claudia Schamp, says that while they don't know much about the bill yet, hazing remains the biggest priority in their office.
We would certainly be supportive of anything that would shore up hazing and help with accountability if people are convicted of hazing. So we're certainly very interested in following the progress of the legislation.
If the proposed bill were to pass, fraternities would have a lot more to worry about than suspensions.
If a student is convicted of hazing, he or she would be banished from any school in the state of Georgia.
While the bill has only been proposed to other House members, Representative Wilkinson feels confident this bill will come to a vote. David Youmans, Grady News Source. Caitlin was having a rough day at school and her roommate knew it. She picked her up and they started driving. It didn't take Caitlin long to figure out where they were going.
I just know the path, and she was like, oh, I wish I could blindfold you. I mean, that's just how much we enjoy it, because she wanted to surprise me and bring me here to make me feel better.
She thinks people forget about the dogs here and that even though they do not come from a breeder, they are just as good.
I think, a lot of people go to breeders because they want to know they want to get a puppy, first of all, and they want to know exactly what kind of dog their dog is and where their dog came from and all that, but you can get that here too.
2 years ago, there was less than a 1% increase in dogs coming through the shelter. This year, that number jumped to 17%. When we asked the shelter superintendent about this sharp increase, he said the majority of it could be attributed to the cat shelter they opened down the road. In the past year, the numbers did not include the other animals. The number of euthanizations have also increased. Superintendent Patrick Reeves said the easiest way for them to control this is to stop the animals from ever coming in.
We counsel people that are thinking of surrendering their animals and try to find alternatives for them. We really harp on people having rabies vaccination tags on their dogs because that's a primary way we can identify who the owner is.
But when animals do get dropped at the shelter, people like Caitlin are there to adopt. All 3 of her dogs spent time in one of these kennels before she rescued them. Now she's made her dogs as happy as they have made her. This neuroscience major even plans on using dogs in her career. She wants to rehabilitate stroke victims using these fun-loving friends. For UGA News Source, I'm David Youmans.